Primals, what is going on? The chicken is here. We are back today with another home gym video. If you haven't seen the channel before, we post home gym related content all the time. So if that's something you're interested in, make sure you subscribe. So today what we're in for is we got some new news from everybody's favorite guy, Mr. Liver King. So the latest thing that's kind of been going around on YouTube and social media is it's always the natty discussion, which he said some really ridiculous things on lately. I'll touch on in a sec. But a lot of people have been speculating does he have ab implants? Now, I know he was on some big podcast recently, and he joked about it. He's like, yeah, they're like 100 grand, blah, blah, blah. And so I just wanted to weigh in on this and give you guys my take and also talk about the other stuff he was saying. So I think it's fairly obvious for anybody. This was even on the Joe Rogan podcast the other day. That might have been where it came up, I don't know. But it's pretty obvious to anyone that works out to just simply look at the guy and be like, okay, obviously this is not just from eating liver. And, I don't care what you do. If you want to do drugs, do drugs. I don't care. More power to you. But the problem is when you preach and you're selling stuff to say like, my program is, it's all natural. It's how the ancestors used to train and they would eat bugs and drink blood and stuff. And you can look just like me if you do this bullshit. So the problem with that is it's misleading, and it's, anyone that's been around the space for a while, you see that, you laugh it off, you go about your day, but he's got a huge following. So the problem is he tricks people into this, thinking that eating organ meat, and I think all the stuff that he says is fine. It's just the way that he goes about selling himself is the problem. So yeah, it's pretty obvious to anyone that has worked out regularly that, you can look at the guy for 2 seconds and be like, okay, he's clearly not natural. And it looks like he's on a ton of gear at that. So the biggest thing that's been going on recently are his abs. And the more I look at it, the more it seems legit because, abs are one of those things. They're almost purely genetic, the way that they look. So obviously getting in shape and dropping your body fat, your abs are going to show more. How they actually look like, whether you have a 6-pack or a 4-pack or like they're on the sides or whatever, that's mostly just genetics, and you can't really change how that looks. So I'm sure he does have, genetically good abs, and he's obviously in amazing shape, so you can see them. But the weird thing is when he sits down, typically people with abs, and you can see this if you see him sitting down anywhere because he never wears a shirt. When they sit down, your stomach kind of folds a little bit. His actually like sticks out even more when he sits down. So it looks like he's got like a belly, but he has such low body fat that it just looks very strange. And obviously I'm not a doctor, I'm not a plastic surgeon, so I don't know any of this for sure. But, I've been around the space for a long time, and to me it definitely looks suspect, if nothing else. So, I mean, I wouldn't put it past him. And, the amount of money that the guy makes, like, here's the thing with steroids and ab implants and things like that. If you're making like millions and millions of dollars, yeah, it probably makes sense to do that. So again, I'm not, upset that he's doing that. It's just, to do that and then sell your stupid program, that's the problem, right? So yeah, I definitely would not put that past him. And yeah, it just, it doesn't, it makes sense to me. It makes sense. It's definitely feasible. But the other thing, and this is kind of why I want to make this video, is because he went on one of the shows I was just talking about, and he actually claimed and defended that he was natural. And you can actually go back and look at his latest Instagram post, and he calls out Joe Rogan, and he's basically saying like, you can speculate all you want, blah blah blah. He doesn't come out and say that he's on stuff, but he definitely defends his position that it's all due to eating organs and whatever else nonsense that he preaches, which is a really stupid take. I think he would be a lot better off at this point because he's in, so much of the spotlight. Don't double down. Don't be like, it's liver. Like, maybe open up now and be like, hey, yeah, like I had to sell, I had to get exposure. I had to do something crazy because I'm not going to come out here and just say all the right stuff that's boring that nobody cares to listen to. So yeah, here's what I take, here's whatever, but at the same time, there is a lot of, facts and science and whatever and you know, I really believe in eating the way that I eat and doing all the other stuff. Like, I think that would serve him a lot better rather than just being like, these haters are all bullshit, and you know, all I do is eat like the liver and do the ancestral tenets and whatever else he talks about. It just looks kind of stupid, and I think a lot of people can see through it at this point. So I don't know. That's the chicken's take on it, guys. I think it's definitely entertaining, if nothing else. So you guys let me know your thoughts down below in the comments, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed this one, and we will catch you next time. Chicken out.